Hello to all my beloved student, please turn on the sound and hear it carefully. This part is about the herbal medicinal. All of the picture of herbal plant were captured during my visit at Taman Herba Sekayu, Terengganu. In spite of great advances of modern scientific medicine, traditional medicine is still the primary form of treating diseases of majority of people in developing countries, even among those to whom Western medicine is available. The number of people using one form or another of complementary of alternative medicine is rapidly increasing worldwide. Moreover, increasing knowledge of metabolic process and the effect of plants on human physiology has enlarged the range of application of medicinal plants. According to the report by the World Bank in 1997, technical paper number 355, it is apparent that the significance of plant-based medicines has been increasing all over the world. Nearly 50% of medicines in the market are made of natural basic materials. Interestingly, the market demands for medicinal herbs is likely to remain high because many of the active ingredients in medicinal plants cannot yet be prepared synthetically. The universal role of plants in the treatment of disease is exemplified by their employment in all major systems of medicine irrespective of the underlying philosophical premise. As example, we have Western medicine with origins in Mesopotamia and Egypt, the Unani, Islamic, and Ayurvedic, Hindu, systems centered in Western Asia and the Indian subcontinent and those of the Orient, China, Japan, Tibet, etc. How and when such medicinal plants were first used is, in many cases, lost in prehistory. Indeed, animals, other than man, appear to have their own materia medica. Following the oral transmission of medical information came with the use of writing, example the Egyptian papyrus Eber c. 1600 BC, baked clay tablets, some 660 cuneiform tablets c. 650 BC form Ashurbanipal's library at Nineveh, now in the British Museum. Refer to drugs well known today, parchment and manuscript herbals, printed herbals, invention of printing 1440 AD, pharmacopoeias and other works of reference, First London Pharmacopoeia, 1618, First British Pharmacopoeia 1864, and most recently, electronic storage of data. Similar records exists for Chinese medicinal plants, text from the 4th century BC, Ayurvedic medicine, Ayurveda 2500 to 600 BC, and Unani medicine, Kitab al-Shifa, the magnum opus of Avicenna, 980-1037 AD. The World Health Organization estimates that about 80% of the population living in the developing countries rely almost exclusively on traditional medicine for their primary healthcare needs. In almost all the traditional medical systems, the medicinal plants play a major role and constitute their backbone. Indian materia medica includes about 2,000 drugs of natural origin, almost all of which are derived from different traditional systems and folklore practices. Out of these drugs derived from traditional system, 400 are of mineral and animal origin while the rest are of the vegetable origin. India has a rich heritage of traditional medicine and the traditional healthcare system has been flourishing in many countries. Most recently, there has been interest in other products from traditional system of medicine. Artemisinin is an active anti-malarial compound isolated from Artemisia annua, a constituent of the Chinese anti-malarial preparation Qinghesu. And furskolin was isolated from Coleus forskolii, a species used in Ayurvedic preparation for cardiac disorders. A new standardized preparation, artemether, has recently been introduced for treatment of drug-resistant malaria, and new analogues of furskolin are being tested for a variety of uses. Traditional medicine is an important part of modern healthcare. Population in developing countries depends mainly on the indigenous traditional medicine for their primary healthcare needs. Traditional medicines have not, however, been incorporated in most national health systems, and the potential of services provided by the traditional practitioners is far from being fully utilized. Herbal medicines are of great importance to the health of individuals and communities, but their quality assurance need to be developed. During the last decade, the use of herbal medicine has been increased. Consequently, an increase in traditional trade in herbal medicines and other type of traditional medicines has occurred. Proper use of these different types of medicines has therefore become a concern. In recent years, the use of herbal medicines worldwide has provided an excellent opportunity to look for therapeutic-led compounds from an ancient system of therapy. For example, Ayurveda, which can be utilized for development of new drug. Over 50% of all modern drugs are of natural product origin, and they play an important role in drug development programs of the pharmaceutical industry. Epidemiological evidence suggests that dietary factors play an important role in human health and in the treatment of certain chronic diseases including cancer. Some dietary sources contain anti-tumor compounds, and such compounds are candidates for chemopreventive agents against cancer development. The anti-cancer property of nutrients derived from plants as well as non-nutritive plant-derived constituents have been proved in different in vitro and in vivo models, which had led to an increased emphasis on cancer prevention strategies in which these dietary factors are utilized. Dietary measures and traditional plant therapies as prescribed by indigenous systems of medicine are used commonly in several parts of the world including India, China, Southeast Asia as well as Japan. Worldwide revolution for the improvement of patient safety is gaining momentum, hence drug safety for the subject becomes even more prominent in the present-day scenario. Cultivation of medicinal plants with laboratory-generated species is being attempted on the basis of chemical composition and is likely to be used in increased manner for commercial purposes. These changes may have profound impact on the safety and efficacy of the herbal medicine in the market. Hence, a mechanism is required to be put in place to address them. For examples, Charaka Samhita, an Ayurvedic classic, describes all the adverse reactions to medicines when they are prepared or used inappropriately. Charaka also describes elegantly several host-related factors as to be considered while selecting medicines in order to minimize adverse reactions like the constitution of the patient, age, disease, tolerance, previous exposure, sadhya, psychological state, digestive capacity, and many more. A possible adverse drug reaction due to Vatsanabha, aconite, resulting through an overdosing of Ayurvedic drugs was reported. Adverse drug reaction is rarely reported from Ayurvedic drugs, and hence this is difficult to find these reports through electronic retrieval system. The basic reason is unawareness of Ayurvedic physicians about collective use to this information, resulting in their poor documentation and reporting.